And welcome back to the Cookout Crew podcast. You are joined with Kendall,
Connor,
and Cosby.
And last night was the Super Bowl. Super Bowl finished up last night down in Tampa. It was between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs. First off, go Bucs.
Oh, yeah,
I called it
go
from
Browns.
the start.
Yeah.
I called it from the start. I told y'all Tom Brady was the GOAT.
Why do you ever bet against the GOAT?
And he was going to win MVP.
Yeah.
And
we were all wrong in our predictions.
I wasn't.
Oh, you weren't?
No, he said the Bucs were going to win, but his score was wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, so me and you were wrong.
Yeah, I was way off.
Yep, go
by
Bucs.
about a mile.
Go Bucs.
Hey, go
And,
Buckeyes. That's
go
true.
Buckeyes.
Oh, okay. So the score was 31-9, Buccaneers over the Chiefs. And so let's just talk about the game. What did y'all think about it?
It's boring.
Their Tampa Bay's defense was all over
Fuck no.
Kansas City. As much as they had put up, like 30 points a game and absolutely just destroyed everyone they had played, they looked like they were a completely different team out there. Yeah.
Revenge.
It was getting sloppy very fast.
Yes, it was definitely one of the most boring Super Bowls that I've seen.
Right up there with that Patriots-Rams one 2 years ago.
Yes, that one was bad. I think that one gave everybody headaches. I remember that. And even during the game, everybody was like, "What?"
Yeah.
No
one was scoring touchdowns. It was just field goals.
Yeah.
No one can move.
Yeah, but this one was boring for a different reason though. This one was boring just because it was just hard to watch.
Chiefs couldn't move the
Chiefs
ball.
not move the
turnovers.
ball. Turn it over, and then the Patriots go down there and score.
It was very unlike the Chiefs to do that. I think last podcast we all said that the Chiefs would be able to move the ball pretty well, and this would be a high-scoring game. But when it got down to it, it was just the opposite. Chiefs couldn't move the ball.
Was your MVP prediction Tom Brady?
Yep.
It was okay.
Mm-hmm. No, it was actually
Le'Veon Bell.
That was a good.
No, it was Bradley Pinion, the punter.
The punter.
Clemson Pipeline.
Harrison Butker. No.
I did say Butker was going to have himself
He did have himself a game.
Points.
He had himself a game because no one else had themselves a game over there.
So yeah, but it seemed like the Chiefs' offensive line couldn't
He was
really
Did
hold
you see
anybody.
the stat that he had?
They're
like,
holding.
Oh yeah,
he had like 437 yards, something like that, before he had ever thrown the ball. That was most that any quarterback had had this season. Like he was running around in the backfield more
How
than
many
anyone had.
yards?
Like 437
yeah.
yards. So he's sitting there running around trying to make throws, but he had no time.
It's almost like they just didn't have an answer.
They did not.
And
the thing is, the Tampa Bay defense was first in the run, but they were 21st in the pass.
Yes.
And Patrick Mahomes did not have himself a game like he normally has.
And the first time they played each other, I mean,
he had like
Tyreek
400
went off.
yards, and Tyreek had 2 touchdowns before halftime, or 3 touchdowns before halftime.
Wait, 3 total touchdowns.
Oh yeah, 2 before halftime. So
That happened fantasy.
this was a completely different game than it was in the beginning of the season.
And then I think there was kind of a real momentum shift when the Brady-Matthew situation.
Right, as they're on goal line about to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
It seems like something you wouldn't want to do to the greatest quarterback.
Don't talk trash to the GOAT.
Don't piss off Tom Brady.
While he's about to score, and then he threw the touchdown on him the next play.
Yeah.
He said he was going to come.
That was not his drive because he had the pass interference and then he got scored on and then he got what was it? He had another foul or a flag.
The unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah.
After for talking trash.
Yeah.
It was just you just don't piss off the GOAT. And I think that
he really asked him for it.
Yeah. I saw on Twitter earlier it was Tom Brady mouthing to Matthew, and it was the whole altercation, and it was like, what did he say? I think he said, "I'm coming for you all game."
Oh yeah.
So he definitely came after him.
Yeah. And Brady didn't necessarily have a spectacular game, but he was very efficient.
Mm-hmm.
He went 21 for 29 with I think 200 yards.
He wasn't like, and it wasn't like deep balls or anything like lights
Jump
out.
off king.
It's just like and you think,
Captain Checkdown.
yeah, like after the game is over, you're like, well, did Brady really didn't even look that good? And you go back and look at the stat line, and you're like,
he does enough.
He just didn't throw bad balls.
Yeah.
21 for 29, only missing
Smart.
8 passes. It's efficient ball right there.
Yeah, and you said during the game that Brady calls his own game.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
We talked about that because why would you not let a guy who's been in the league for 20 years that knows every defense?
That's like in baseball when you let the catcher call the game for the pitcher.
Yeah.
It's
way different.
It's kind of the same.
It's kind of the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Letting someone in the in the field and call the game because they know better than.
He's captain for a reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was definitely it was a weird game. Nobody really expected that. I think the money line was Chiefs -3, and
ended up getting blown out.
yes.
Yeah. So.
And then I think over under was 56 or 54, one of the two, and it was under.
Mm-hmm.
So that was that. Now we talked about our favorite Super Bowl commercials last podcast, and we were tuned in for them this year.
Really looking forward to them. Hoping something would come out. Something funny.
Yes, but they let us down.
They did. There was only 2 commercials even that we watched even like worth talking about.
Yeah.
Really. And that was, what was it, the Doritos?
Doritos,
with
Matthew McConaughey.
With
Yes.
Matthew McConaughey, because everything Matthew McConaughey is
Legend.
it's Matthew
How
McConaughey.
That's my boy.
How are you this sexy?
As an older man. Like
Older man.
He has always been
This
that.
is an old
He's got the
gentleman.
flow.
It's just, his hair in that was just, oh my god.
I
love
wish
that.
my hair was
I'm
as
telling
good
you,
as Matthew McConaughey's.
his hair was
And
immaculate.
we-
Shut up.
Alright. when you have a voice like Matthew McConaughey and the confidence like Matthew McConaughey, you
You can't lose.
No, you cannot. lose.
There's no way. Who turns him down? Who turns down Matthew McConaughey?
And then the other one was I think it was an Amazon commercial with Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, the Alexa.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
it was
Alexa,
Alexa.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I missed that one.
It was, they were like, she brought him home because they were talking about how nice the new
Uh-huh.
Alexa looks. And she was like, I can't think of anything that would make it look nicer. And it was Michael B. Jordan as Alexa.
No, mine was the Cheetos
The Cheetos.
with Shaggy.
Shaggy.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Ashton Kutcher.
wasn't me.
It
yeah.
wasn't me.
And
That
Mila
was a good
Kunis.
one. I thought it was pretty good.
I watched it. I didn't laugh. I didn't find it as
It's
funny.
the song. It's the song.
Yeah, I think it's more about the song than like a
Yeah.
funny.
Matthew McConaughey one was my favorite.
That was my favorite too. Just because I'm a
Um,
Matthew McConaughey fan.
And then the halftime show really let us down there too.
With that being
It wasn't
said, though,
awful.
no,
It
it
wasn't
was.
awful.
Yeah.
It was. He did a really good job. It was not my
For what
favorite,
yeah.
but it was. He did a good job.
I think
I
the
think
only-
that's his style.
The only bad part was when they're in the little room.
And it just
was
starts
yellow.
Yeah,
For
that's
blinding lights or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
It made me really, really dizzy. I had to stop watching it just because it was like a bunch of like mirrors.
He was spinning. He kept bringing the
That's
camera
the
like
point.
close to his face.
Well, I don't want to get dizzy watching it.
No, blinding lights.
Oh,
I think it was before blinding lights.
Yeah, it was
because he
before.
did blinding lights on the field. That's when
Oh,
everyone fell
okay.
down at the end.
My bad.
but yeah, it was hard to watch. It made me feel like I was getting car sick or something.
He was just doing this with the camera
Yeah.
and then spinning.
Getting spins.
Yeah.
But yeah, so his halftime show was not. It wasn't the greatest, and it wasn't the worst either. But we've seen a few Super Bowls. What is your favorite
We've already been over this.
halftime?
What are you
show?
gonna say? Okay, last year
Okay.
with
You like
Shakira and J-Lo.
Yeah, you like that one. My favorite's The Prince with playing Purple Rain while it's raining. Whole stadium turns purple.
that one was. I did watch that one last night, and it was just goosebumps.
It is because he
Does
was
it
great
beat
out there.
J-Lo though?
I mean,
Yes,
as far as
it
performance
does.
goes, yes. As far as like what I'm looking for in a halftime show,
J-Lo and
Maybe
Shakira were crowd pleasers.
All right,
Right,
we'll,
right.
we'll rewatch it tonight. And
Okay.
see.
Okay.
yeah.
And
We'll just
then,
look through all of them. Yeah.
Mine was Katy Perry in 2015 with the where she come out on that big giant tiger.
Right, wrote it in. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Sharks, and that one was my favorite out of every Super Bowl that I've seen. So season's done. NFL season is done. Tom Brady won Super Bowl MVP, and who do we think is going to win overall NFL MVP?
Well, but they
Aaron
did already.
Rodgers.
Yeah,
Oh, they did?
Aaron Rodgers won.
Okay, so Aaron Rodgers did in fact win.
Over Josh
You-
Allen
you
and
could've
Patrick
just-
Mahomes. I'm sorry, I didn't know what you go on that one. But Aaron Rodgers beat out Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Josh Allen was right behind Aaron Rodgers. So
Yeah.
I mean,
They were,
he had a season. He
Good.
deserved it. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Josh Allen had him a good season too.
I think next year that's him.
Yeah. I think Josh Allen's coming in to replace Aaron Rodgers as the
No.
premium. No.
I think he's built. His gameplay is built like young Aaron Rodgers. He scrambles
Yeah.
like young Aaron did before all the concussions.
Josh Allen's
He's got a rocket of an arm.
Josh Allen's tall.
Josh Allen is tall.
NFL loves tall quarterbacks.
They do. Well, you can
What's-
see over the linemen. So.
What's your
Yeah.
prediction for next year? Who's gonna win the Super Bowl?
Who's going to Super Bowl?
Jags.
Okay.
The Jags. Okay.
Hey, T-ball.
Trevor Lawrence, yeah.
He hasn't even been drafted yet.
If you don't take Trevor Lawrence first, you're really asking for the hatred to come. It's pretty Jackson.
Especially with Urban Meyer.
You don't want Zach Wilson, number 1 pick.
We do not want Zach Wilson.
Huh?
I
don't even think Zach Wilson's.
What do you think, Dan?
What do I think? Win the Super Bowl next year. I think it's going to be.
The Fins?
I wish.
Browns.
It's going to be.
The Browns are going to the Super Bowl.
10 baseball back for sure. I think Tom's got.
One more year.
If Tom has the same team, I mean, I don't see them because their linebackers and defense is getting better, and if Tom has the same weapons, it's going to be dangerous.
Yeah,
for sure.
The Browns and the Bucks.
I don't know if Browns will make it that far. They'll definitely make it farther.
Will the Steelers be actually good this year? Because if the Steelers are
nobody
good,
really knows about them.
maybe they'll decide that they don't need to do the Corvette anymore. And they'll play
sucks.
football.
Corvette boy.
Pittsburgh sucks.
Pittsburgh did suck this year. I think, or Pittsburgh used to be good, but
Yeah, they were good earlier in the season.
yeah, first 11 games.
So
Before they got Dwayne Haskins. You think he'll play?
Oh,
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that depends on. Well, Big Ben gets hurt every year, so that depends on if Big Ben gets hurt or not.
I know a lot of people weren't happy about that.
Yeah,
how many years do you think Big Ben has still left in
his
him?
knee's got to be shot by now.
His ribs, his shoulder.
The way he's starting to run with the ball, he just doesn't look like he's comfortable outside the pocket. So
Let's talk about Tom Brady. Since we're talking about he doesn't look comfortable, let's talk about a young Tom Brady in the combine. We'll put a picture up for everybody on YouTube, his combine pictures. But this guy does not look like a
uncoordinated. That is just someone that went to pro day and was like, I want to try it.
He does not look like an NFL athlete whatsoever.
No. The only thing that sucks about Tom Brady is him coming out of Michigan.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Michigan.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
But congrats to Brady on the Super Bowl.
7.
And Super Bowl MVP. 7 Super Bowls.
Seven
Yes.
Super Bowls.
He's running out of fingers.
How many? I was gonna say how many MVPs has he won? I think
There were a lot of people saying that Devin White should have won MVP, the linebacker,
Oh.
because he.
What about Barrett?
No. But well, it's because they had White in coverage a lot. And he absolutely locked up the middle of the field. Their linebackers are really fast and young, so if their defense gets better in the offseason, they're going to be forced to be reckoned with. So.
Yeah, Buccaneers were definitely like the better team yesterday. They just showed up.
It was obvious.
Yes.
It looks like on paper though that Kansas City was a better team, but once it came to the game, it was a completely different team that was on paper.
Yeah. But the bets were so the money line was only at -3, which I would have predicted would have been higher for the Chiefs.
Right.
So people were still taking Bucks and bets.
Because you have to take into consideration the Brady effect. Yeah. That is really the game changer. People call Patrick Mahomes a game changer, but Brady did what LeBron does, and like as soon as he goes to a new team, they are favorited. Like it's just what happens.
Yeah. So Hall of Fame class was announced.
They were.
And
Zach Thomas did not get in again. Dolphins linebacker should have been in a long time ago. They just won't let him in. I don't know why they don't like us.
Salty about that.
I am, dude. I don't know why they
feel
won't let
it
him
from
in.
across the room.
No, that's the Oysters Reach State.
Oh yeah, they're coming back up. Peyton Manning, Calvin Johnson,
The Sheriff, the Megatron,
Charles Woodson.
Megatron.
And Charles Woodson. So that's who the Hall of Fame class was.
It's a good class.
Manning still has a giant forehead.
But he's got a lot of money.
He does have.
He's got a lot up there.
Allstate. Allstate. No.
That's a.
What's his commercial?
Nationwide. Yeah.
Nationwide.
Yeah, Nationwide.
Yeah.
Well, he's whenever
With
you
Brad Paisley.
learn how to read
Yes.
so many defenses, your brain has to expand, right?
Megamind.
So he just like over the years, it just all the defenses cover 2, cover 3, man to man.
Coach Stradamus.
Coach Stradamus. It just kept. It was just building up in there.
Tony Romo.
One of the best college quarterbacks to never win a national championship in college. So, but
His brother's better.
yes.
No, I was just kidding. Don't do that.
The youngest one?
Well, I'll take you up on that.
Oh, that's his cousin. That's
Arch.
their Arch Manning. Yeah, coming out soon.
Archie Manning was
The
probably the
nephew?
best.
Is he
No.
a nephew?
Yeah, he's their nephew. Peyton was actually the best.
I don't think Archie did. Archie play for them? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He just wasn't.
I thought Archie was the dad.
Archie
Yes.
is
Okay,
Archie's
I was
their
saying,
dad,
what?
and there's Peyton
And then
Eli, and then
Arch.
there's one more. the other.
Yeah.
the one that's a plumber.
Yeah.
He's a plumber.
Yeah, and he got mad at him a while ago because like his plumbing service is like Manning's Plumbing, and people were like,
Do you think?
oh,
Do you think Eli would be in the Hall of Fame?
yeah, Eli make Hall of Fame just because he won the 2 Super Bowls, but
Eric Manning.
there it is. I don't
Manning
think
Public Manning Plumbing and Septic LLC. We're sponsored by them.
Imagine.
I wish.
Imagine being that brother that just.
Two
out
brothers.
of all things, plumbing.
Two brothers are 2-time Super Bowl champions, and then how do you go to like family gatherings?
Well, when Eli and Peyton's and Archie's toilet breaks,
What are they gonna do?
you're gonna call
You're
Eric.
gonna call- yeah.
You're gonna call Manning Plumbing, Plumbing and Septic,
Yep.
and you're gonna call them, and he's gonna be right over.
He's the most useful brother at this point.
Yes, he has the most use
Right.
out of him.
Eli and Peyton and Archie can read a cover 3,
Yeah,
but they can't read the directions on how to put their toilet in.
Yeah,
That's
he
where he comes in.
yeah. Eric can read the pipes and the
The direction of the pipes.
yeah, the elbows, PVC. Whoa.
Hit that.
And so Eric Manning is obviously the premier Manning out of the family.
My favorite for sure.
He's definitely my favorite.
I mean, I never was an Eli fan, and Peyton the Sheriff is all right, but
yeah,
he's.
I like Peyton Manning the most.
See,
it's
gotta be
definitely
different.
Eli. Y'all remember the video with it was Peyton Manning? He was playing in the Super Bowl. I think it was his last one. And
His brother watching.
Yeah, and he looked so upset.
He was so upset because he was about to tie him.
Yep.
Yeah.
He looked so upset, but Eli Manning's
That's okay.
the premier Manning.
No, he's not.
Do we think, speaking of like OG quarterbacks, do we think Drew Brees is staying? Oh yes, he is.
Now,
Staying.
Drew Brees signed a 1-year deal
yes.
with a $24 million pay cut to be on the team. Is he going to play all the games? That's up in the air.
Yeah.
But he's on the team.
I think I don't know if you think the same way, but I know we talked about it the other day on if he's just going in for just veteran support.
Right. Is he the veteran leadership just to coach Jameis?
Mm-hmm.
Or, I mean, even if they pick somebody else up to, help the next quarterback get into the Sean Payton,
I'm going to miss Drew Brees.
I too, he's a good
He was
quarterback.
always a good pick for fantasy.
I had a book from the Scholastic Book Fair.
Here we go.
And it was the top quarterbacks in the
I think
NFL.
I got that too.
Hey,
You know how bad I always wanted to just buy
I think I still have it. I'll bring it up
like
next.
the barber workout book.
Yeah,
Yeah, same thing. There was always so much cool stuff in there I wanted to buy, and I was just
The
like,
book
okay.
Yes.
Yes.
I would always forget to bring money.
Yeah, that
I know.
day, that whole week that the book fair was there, I would never bring money, but I'd be like, oh, that's so cool, I can't buy it.
I was always so I can't buy it. I was always so scared to ask my parents for money for the book fair because I felt like they always thought I just wasted money there.
Did you?
Which I did.
Right.
They'd be like, okay, so they send you home with like a catalog.
Yeah, so you can
Yes.
see what's in
And-
the book fair.
Yeah, and then they're like, okay, well, I'll get this book, Mom and Dad, and I'll get this one, and then I'll get this one. Okay, all very, very good books, educational, informational.
And then you come home with,
slime.
right. Important.
What?
Slime and a
For
bouncy
me-
ball and a rubber pencil.
For me, like, there's always that one person in the class that would get the world record book.
Oh,
Oh.
the Guinness.
Yes.
I love those.
Does
Though.
So
Yes.
you never buy it. You just always mooch off
Right,
of the
right,
person
right.
that did buy
Yeah,
it.
of course.
But that was good.
And let me tell you, they had like the 2007 version in our library in middle school.
Yeah.
And I'd probably check that book out like 100 times.
Mhm.
And I would just flip through it, and it would be like the same thing every time. Don't get me wrong, but I would always look at it.
Those world record books always like freak me out because it'd be like the lady with the world's longest fingernails.
Fingernails and the piercings.
Yes. Yes.
Do they still
have,
make
like-
those?
Huh?
They still make those books?
I think so.
I don't doubt it.
Um,
World's tallest person,
yes,
shortest person.
Yes.
Something
They would be like it'd be like $30 for that.
What is it?
There's always that one person. I'm telling you, always that one person. Everyone would go.
It's like a flex in middle school. Hey guys, I just bought the Guinness World Record book.
middle school. It's elementary school for me.
I had it
was,
both.
Oh, you got lucky.
I never bought anything. Still, I had
What
three
kind of middle
actually.
school you going to?
Fair Forest, baby.
Not the premium. Trust me.
The premium middle school. But I think I always bought the Diary of a Wimpy Kids.
Yeah.
I never liked
Yeah, I
books.
still got
I
those.
still don't like books, but
And
those
what
are-
about Mike Lupica?
bro?
he-
the sport, yes,
Yes.
he was one of my
I still
favorites.
got those in my house.
There were some basketball ones that were really good.
I remember his Heat.
Mike Lupica,
Yep.
that took me back right there.
There is a Guinness World Record book for 2020. So
we need to buy it.
we should.
I'm good.
I still have the
spend
whole
money.
8-book collection of the Jeff Kinney Diary of a Wimpy Kid books in my house.
That's the only other book other than the Guinness World Record that I would check out.
If I ever get an office in my house and this
People that have the fancy books, you're just gonna be Diary of the Wimpy Kid.
yes, I think that's a hard book right there.
That is a statement.
Yes. What?
That's a statement right there. You gotta let everybody know
Everybody's
what they're coming into.
Yes, everybody's gonna know.
A little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
kid.
what I am.
All right.
He's a kid in here.
Yep.
Yes, I'm I'm a 20-year-old man on the outside, but a 12-year-old kid on the inside.
Yep.
Good old 12-year-old boy.
But yeah, that took me back right there. College basketball is still going on.
Back on track.
Yeah, and
Ohio State's number 4.
in the nation. What's Alabama at? They still at number 1?
11.
Oh.
Well, we're a 1 seed.
Oh.
But we're
okay,
11.
Okay. Gotcha.
Overall. Well, we just lost to
I think
Missouri.
Gonzaga number 1.
I don't know. I'm not sure what all
It's either Gonzaga number 1,
Yeah.
Baylor's number 2.
I can't promise you.
Michigan's 3, Ohio State
I'm
4.
looking at it.
I don't know who's 5.
But
But Michigan's good. They're all good teams.
Clemson was doing really good at the start, and then they kind of fell off a little bit. I'm not sure what happened. Number 1 South Carolina and number 2 UConn are playing right now in women's basketball. They're tied up.
Who cares?
So
Who cares?
I'm just playing.
South Carolina cares.
Well,
They pride themselves on that.
Yeah, that's the only good thing about South Carolina. Just kidding.
The college, yes.
yeah.
And 5
Oh,
points.
52-50. So, Clemson did good really at the beginning of the year.
You're going to have to look it up.
Kind
I
of
was looking at the
sold.
Sun Belt. So.
Yeah, I know. We've dropped. Coastal's dropped off.
Are we even in it anymore?
Esom.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You gotta win the Sun Belt.
Yeah. They lost 2 straight. They're 12-6.
Yeah.
Clemson's 12-5, and they're 6th in the ACC, so kind of middle of the pack. But I think we got up to a 12 was the highest that Clemson got. Yes, Gonzaga is number 1.
They're good.
They're
Baylor's
good.
good. Michigan's good.
The Blue Bloods are.
The Big Ten is showing out this
Yeah.
year.
Illinois 6. I know that. The Fighting Illini.
Hey,
I don't know who's 5 though.
But
Texas.
Duke and what is it, Kentucky? Aren't gonna make it in this year? Or are they?
I don't know if Duke and North Carolina.
Duke
I
and
don't
North
know about
Carolina.
Kentucky, they've been doing decent, but not up to standard.
Right. Well, they're
Who? Kentucky?
they're 10th. Kentucky's 10th in the SEC.
Okay, never mind then. Sorry.
yeah, they
Not up to standard at all.
No.
yeah they've been a lot of good teams this year.
All the Blue Bloods are really.
It's the end of the
End of the dynasties?
Roy's era.
I do
Yeah.
think Roy.
I don't know
Roy
about Coach K,
Williams
though.
From
I don't know. I think Coach
he's
K
got
might
too
have-
much of a reputation.
Yeah. It's gonna be. You're gonna have to really. I mean, they are kind of. I feel like he's gonna have to tank for them to
Yeah.
justify the fact that your winningest coach is gonna.
Is he still the coach for a USA team?
Probably.
I mean, as far as I know, he is.
Yeah.
He has been for a while.
But yeah, North Carolina and Duke may not even make the tournament, which is sad.
Which is wild to hear.
Yeah.
For the first time in
That's sad.
a long time.
But it's good to get different teams in there now.
Switches it up some.
Yeah, you're
And,
gonna see a bunch of new teams.
For me, every year, that's one of the games. Them two playing each other is one of the games you look forward to watching.
Oh yeah, that's one of the ones.
And this
that-
year, I
You
didn't even
hear.
watch it.
Yeah, say, I'm usually.
I don't even know. We didn't even know who won.
Yeah, I'm usually I don't watch men's basketball
Yes.
college a lot, but whenever they would do
Yeah.
North Carolina and Duke,
Camera crazy.
It's
It's
everywhere.
yeah.
that is the what do they call it? The blockbuster game of the
Yes.
week.
Yeah.
That was always
And then they'll play 2 weeks later, and
Yeah,
they'll play
yeah.
again.
Yeah, they play a good bit,
Mm-hmm.
but that's just because they're in the same division and stuff like that. But whenever they do play, they'll advertise that sucker
Yes.
for 2 weeks.
It'll be on everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll get excited and you'll be like, when you see the advertisement, you're like, oh, the game's coming on, maybe soon, maybe a couple days. No, you got a little while. But,
Yeah.
So, but when Zion was there and stuff like that, man, it was really.
Yeah.
That was really the end.
I think
was that the
Obama,
last?
Obama was there
yeah.
at some of the games.
Was that the last? Was that the last season they were good?
Yeah.
Was that?
Well,
I'm
that
not
it was.
sure.
North Carolina didn't do much at all last year.
Because I know that they went to the tournament with Zion and then they lost.
Yes.
So
Who'd they lose to again?
I don't know.
Couldn't tell you honestly.
Yeah.
They lost the first or second round.
Yeah, it was earlier than everyone expected because Zion was supposed to be.
Taco
they had a good
Fall.
team.
Him
was the
versus
Nike
Taco
shoes.
Fall.
Yeah, the ones that broke. The Kyries.
Hey, gotta invest in that stock.
Like Mike.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on in college basketball. College baseball is starting up here soon. We got 11 days until college baseball starts off.
We can start going to games again.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
that'll be fun. Coastal's looking really good this year.
Are they letting in fans? Coastal.
Probably a limited number.
Yeah,
but,
limited number,
With
but
your
not
mask
a,
outside.
Yeah.
But not even. I mean, like last year we went. Not a lot of people go.
Yeah, not
this
a lot.
is like a night game, but
Usually your Friday nighters bring in a pretty good crowd.
like the Tuesday afternooners.
Your Saturday nighters.
They got a decent little schedule.
Yeah,
too.
your Tuesdays are going to be like
the weekend
Three
game. The
people.
weekday games are
They
gonna.
play, they play West Virginia.
Yeah.
They play some decent.
Yeah, they start off the season against Duke here at home, and at Coastal, and that'll be fun. It's a 3-game series: Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Mhm.
and then they'll. I think they go to Wake Forest or something like that, and then they come back home for a tournament, and then we'll host a tournament here and have like 3 other teams, and I think San Diego State's coming back here.
Oh, that was a good game. That was a good game.
I
actually.
loved watching them play. They were really good. They were scrappy. It's a West Coast style baseball, but
What is it that you always get at the games?
I gotta get the barbecue nachos.
Barbecue nachos.
Yeah.
That was a big cup.
Oh yeah.
in the
I got
it's
the-
in the baseball.
I'll say the baseball. If you get it at football games, they had it at football.
Yes.
But when we went to the games this year, or when we went to the BYU game, they didn't
They
have
didn't have it.
because I would have bought it.
$13 nachos in a giant football bowl, and I paid $13 many times just to get this bowl. Do you have it?
$13.
Oh
I
my
could buy.
gosh,
I could buy
yes.
like 4 hot dogs for that.
You put cereal in
because
that
look,
sucker.
Because look, this is right here is worth $13. This
You can buy that.
That one was
Dollar General.
8. That was the
this-
baseball
okay.
one was with.
I
it
said
was
this
8.
isn't worth $13. This is 8. But this right here,
We don't even use those.
It's got the logo.
Come on, we gotta bring them out.
we should have
I
brought
might
them
eat
out.
some
We
in
should have
them.
brought them out last night. Like put some chips out here for the Super Bowl.
I might eat some in it tonight.
Hey,
Just-
Sean's up, baby.
Sir.
So yeah, so that's what it looks like, and
Your
it's got the
souvenir bowl.
logo on it and
Ooh.
everything, and I paid $13 many times for that.
And I was willing to. Like they take
yes,
my money.
yes.
Is it your
had
money or is it?
I think
Cino?
It's
I
our
think
money.
those ones you have to pay with your money, but if you get a normal nacho, you can use your Cino.
Man, I'm just a hot dog and
corn dogs.
yeah,
What is that? That's
hot
a-
dog and chips kind of
That's
guy.
a meal swipe, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
a meal swipe.
And like a Gatorade. Or
I mean, that's a smart thing to do.
Yes,
What we should be doing. But
when they roll these suckers out,
I
Okay.
can eat some of y'all.
I can't help myself.
I'll just
Yeah,
eat
yeah,
some
you
of
can eat
y'all's.
some mine.
Dude, $13.
Oh.
That's what? 3 packs of trick worms.
Hey, that's like
It's got-
that's like a third of tank's gas.
That's 3 dozen live shrimp.
That's a third of a tank gas for me at least.
That's it.
But this is smart. This is like,
Y'all go for it.
This
That's
is
y'all's
smart.
thing. That's
This
y'all
is
thing.
Intelligent
bro,
purchase.
the barbecue nachos.
They taste
You're
good, too.
paying $13 for just for the bowl, really.
Yeah, right. With that being said, though, sometimes the nachos are like stale, but like
Yeah,
it was still worth it. though.
$13 for the bowl you can get at Dollar General for $2.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah. Well, it's all about the experience.
Right. You get that and a drink.
Did you ever go to like baseball games and just you had to have the
No.
Dippin' Dots
Oh, Dippin' Dots,
with
yes.
with that baseball helmet, the little baseball helmet?
Yeah.
I collected those.
Dippin' Dots are good.
They are good, and I don't even. Do they still sell those? They
They
used
do.
to sell them
Yes.
at the grocery store.
Because I know like at Carowinds and stuff they sell.
Yeah.
It's Dippin' Dots, and then they sell like the lemonade.
Yeah, the frozen lemonades.
I
Or
just
the
can't wait
regular
for.
lemonade?
Yeah, the frozen lemonades were gas.
Heat gas.
But I can't wait for baseball to start back up again. Springtime coming up soon.
Good time of the year.
The groundhog said no,
Yeah,
but we don't listen to a groundhog, so
Well, it was last time you let groundhog tell you what to do.
exactly. So
It was like 60 degrees outside today.
yeah,
It's supposed to be
I was
64
sweating.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was sweating up there today, and it was like 57, and then tomorrow's gonna be like 64 or something like that.
There's a chance of rain, or there was earlier. I don't know if there was
It's
now.
supposed to rain all week.
Yes,
but-
yeah.
Nice weather.
But
time
springtime's
of
coming
season.
up. Cookouts are going to start happening.
Cookout crew.
Yeah, we're gonna start some cookouts for you guys. We're gonna find a way.
Start
I don't
doing a
know-
podcast while we're cooking on a grill.
Yes.
Corn dogs, baby.
Corn
you
dogs.
still can't get mortar right, but
Hot dogs, sausages,
No Cajun
hamburgers. Do what?
boil. No Cajun boil on the grill.
Cajun boils on the grill.
Put it on. Yeah. It's just if you're already cooking other stuff, you could put it on the grill and just do 2 things at once. Multitasking on the grill.
I'll put a whole gator on there.
I would love to.
I would love to.
Like Bobby Boucher did on that,
Bobby
the whole
Boucher.
gator with Vicky Valancourt eating the whole gator.
Yeah, she just took a bite out of a whole gator.
Hey,
But
strong teeth for that.
so yeah, that's all. Nothing's really happening with Major League Baseball other than the fact that they may move back the season and go to a 154 game season.
What is it usually? 170?
162.
Okay.
So
What do you think?
That's
what
fine
is,
with that.
What does cutting down 10 games do?
I don't understand why they play so many games.
yeah, that's been a big talk in Major League Baseball because
Don't you get tired?
yes, very tired.
162 games is a lot.
It does. That number seems a bit excessive.
Traveling.
I used to get tired over like let's see, it would be like 5 tournaments in a summer.
Yes.
And you would average around like 4 or 5 games. So
Right. It's like 30 games.
And they get
30
one break.
games, and I would be done.
And they get
one break.
the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the All-Star
But,
break,
I mean, with what's going on now, they probably won't even get that. They'll just give them a break.
and every now and then they get a travel day. But other than that,
No.
they're go.
I say like 80
I'll say
games.
that's 80 was my number. If
Well,
they would just play 80 games, I
That's
feel like
what
that'd
they
be
were
better.
experimenting with the COVID season on if they can, because I think it was like a 60-game season, and they were experimenting on how good is this season going to be, and should this be in talks of we shorten the season?
Well, your players are going to play better,
Yeah.
and they're going to play longer.
Yes.
Yes.
Someone
And
that
they'll be
played
healthy.
right, someone that played 10 seasons can play 15 seasons now. Like
Well,
that's a bit
and-
extreme, but
Well, the thing is for the longer games is because you got these blue bloods that don't like to change their ways, and they just it's always been 162 games that
Right.
I know of for the
Yeah.
past decades. So, and they're not going to want to change any of that.
Right.
So,
but they got to do something because baseball was America's sport, and it's on the downturn more than anything. So
Yeah.
they got to switch something up to make it.
losing views,
They got to bring in the younger audience.
losing ratings,
For sure.
make baseball fun again.
Backyard baseball.
Let them fight again. That was a good game.
We need to bring back
Right.
wiffle ball.
Oh, I
The
play
world-
football every summer at my house.
The world needs more wiffle ball.
Got wiffle ball.
That
That total 6 curve with the wiffle ball?
So yeah,
Impossible to hit.
I always threw a splitter. Thing is nasty. We need to go out there. We need to go find us a wiffle ball bat and a wiffle ball. And just
I can bring you one.
All right,
And Nuke's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show out in front of all the apartments out here.
Yeah.
Anything going on in NBA?
Nothing too crazy. The Heat
Cavs
suck.
suck.
Heat suck.
They're doing okay. Better than expected.
Cavs doing better than the Heat. I think the bubble was what saved us last year. The way we're playing right now. Nothing too crazy as far as any trades or anything. So
Any big news?
no.
So that's as far as we got on the sports end. But this was the Cookout Crew podcast. As always, Mountain Dew. We don't have any up here.
We are behind.
We are behind. Mountain Dew.
But I did just drink one.
Yes, we drank them all. That's
We're
why we don't
out.
have
That's what it is.
We fresh out.
Fresh out.
We was just on the way to the store right now
Yeah.
to go get some. But this was the Cookout Crew podcast. As always, Mountain Dew, sponsor us please, and we'll check you next time.
I just got back from the stove.
Oh, you're so fast. Yeah, there she is. The whole brick.